Let's talk about books. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm the Lit Wizard. I like literature. I think it's lit. And I'm a wizard. Pretty self-explanatory. Thank you for coming. Today, I want to judge books. I'm not going to judge books by their cover. I do that already every day. Today, I'm going to try something a little bit different. I have a stack of 5 books here next to me. I haven't read yet. They've been sitting on my shelf. They've been sitting on my TBR list. The real question is, which one am I going to start with? The first book that I have here is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. I've previously only read one Grady Hendrix book, which was How to Sell a Haunted House, and I really enjoyed it. I picked this one up shortly after and still have not gotten to it. But let's see what the first line is. The exorcist is dead. Does that make me want to keep reading? No. In the meantime, can we look at this cover a little bit more? Why is this woman being attacked by birds? Why are there crows and owls? Why does she have crazy red eyes? Where are they coming from? Are they coming from a fair, a circus? What's with the boat? What's with the boat? Is that a vampire in the shadows? What's happening? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the music video for Bonnie Tyler's Bright Eyes. Glowing red eyes, crazy lady. That gets me more interested in what's going on here than the first line of that book. I want to know who this woman is and why she's being attacked by birds. My rating is 3 unexplained bird attacks out of 5. Thank you for your time. Next on my list, or on my stack, is a book that I've had on my TBR for many, many, many years. I've tried reading this book a couple of times. I do not remember what the first line of it is, and that is The Night Circus. I don't know what it is. The concept sounds dope. The cover looks dope. It's very whimsical, dark, magical looking. All things that are generally right up my alley, but it's just never drawn me in. The circus arrives without warning. That is a good first line of a book. Circuses are typically scheduled. Why wasn't this one? Where did it come from? Who's the ringmaster of the circus? Is it this dapper gentleman? That is a woman. Is it this? Maybe it's a woman. Is it this dapper gentleman with the umbrella? Why does he have an umbrella? Is it raining? Is it generally just a damp experience at the circus? I haven't given this book a shot in a very long time. Maybe that jumped it up a little bit. I'm going to rate this first line 4 damp ringmasters out of 5. Ooh, so this next one, I'm currently reading his newest book. This has also been on my TBR for a really long time, and that is The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. I've never actually even attempted to read this book yet. I'm someone who just picks up a book because it looks great, and I like to go into a book blind. So let's flip to the first page and see what the first line is. Ooh, it starts at the end, which is already intriguing. That's just the name of the first chapter. Logan plunged through the trees, bare feet slipping and sliding on the wet earth. The slush, the wet pine needles, breath rasping in his chest, blood thumping in his head. I don't know that it's the greatest first line of a book that I've ever read, but I would like to know why this man is running through a forest with no shoes on. Wet earth, slush, wet pine needles. It sounds like this man not only needs shoes, but needs this man's umbrella. What I'm gathering is that the main character is generally unprepared. Does the first line make me want to bump this book up my TBR? Absolutely not. No, it does not. I do not care enough about this man's missing articles of clothing or why everything is so moist to bump this book up my TBR. But judging off of the current Joe Abercrombie book that I'm reading, that's intriguing enough for me to want to bump this book up my TBR. How would I rate the first line of this book? 1 soggy missing pair of shoes out of 5. The next book in my stack is The Sunlit Man. The Sunlit Man by Brandon Sanderson. This book I just grabbed because it's by Brandon Sanderson. The cover looks great. I grabbed all of those new standalone books that he was releasing as they came out. Do I feel like I'm in any rush to read this? No, for now it just looks really nice on my shelf. But let's find out what the first line is. Nomad woke up among the condemned. I'm glad he woke up. Why he woke up among the condemned, I don't know. Who are the condemned? Is Nomad even a good name? No, it isn't. Nomad is typically like a group of people or a type of person. Maybe you woke up among the condemned because you yourself were condemned. Maybe you got lost after running through a misty forest with no shoes on. We don't know. And it did not make me want to read the book more. If we're judging books for the cover, 5 out of 5. Is it a 5 out of 5? Really, it's a guy holding a rock. Look at how excited this man is about finding this rock. I've never been this excited to find anything, but I'm going to give the actual first line of this book 2 really cool rocks out of 5. The last book in my stack Another one that's been recommended to me countless times. It has a quote on it from George R.R. Martin, which isn't reassuring. The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. This has all of the things in it that I love about a book. I know that it's about like a group of thieves, and it's a fantasy book. That's enough for me. I'm already locked in. I'm excited about this book. I know that I'm going to love this book, but let's take a look and find out what the first line is. At the height of the long, wet summer of the 77th year of Sendavani, the thief maker of Camor paid a sudden and unannounced visit to the eyeless priest at the temple of Paralandro, desperately hoping to sell him the Lamora boy. First of all, Scott, that's a really long first line. What do I know so far from reading that line? Everything's wet again for some reason. At the height of the long, wet summer, there's a theme here of just like perpetually moist literature that I've picked up. There is a thief maker. I know that they want to purchase a child, likely to be a child thief. Never really a good reason to purchase a child, but at least you'll get your money back eventually, I guess. This didn't really tell me anything I didn't already know about the book, except that everything's wet. That didn't really like draw me in. It's not like a groundbreaking first line of a book, but just the concept of thieves still draws me in. But I am going to give this one like 3 soggy pickpockety thieves out of 5. So that's my stack. What have we learned about first lines of books? We've learned that they can either be really mysterious and draw you in, be run-on sentences, and we've learned that for some reason a lot of fantasy books are drenched and generally drippy to start. What are some of your favorite first lines of books? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Reading is a treat, and so am I. Goodbye.